Greetings all my sewers and new sewers, and welcome. Today I'm sewing Simplicity S9849. So we have a 1950s reproduction pattern here. Okay, so I was inspired to sew this dress because one, it was a 1950s vintage style dress, and two, I really liked the neckline. It was really funky and like fancy looking, and I thought I could get a really cool brooch put on with it, or make one, or thrift one. I don't know yet. We'll see. I also thought it would be really fun to switch up the Whoa, my pipers. I also thought it would be really fun to switch up the fabric into modern, and why not make it Halloweeny, spooky even. So I decided to go with some orange and black. What's more Halloween than orange and black? Well, there's a lot of things that could be Halloweeny. But we're going to do orange with black bats and black with skulls and crossbones. So let's carry on to the next section. This pattern we are going to make spooky. We're going to make version number 2 because I do not have enough fabric for version number 1. We will have to do that later on when we have enough fabric. I'm using what's in my stash because I can't go to Joann's. But anyway, I've had this fabric in my stash for a minute. I believe the orange bat fabric I bought last year. So yes, the Halloween fabric is from my stash, and I'm trying to use it all up. It's time for Halloween stuff. I'm getting out all my spooky stuff, so it's Halloween time. I have spoken. Alright. Here is the pattern. Here is the fabric. Number 2 is what we're doing. Bats for the top, and can you see them? Skulls and bones for the bottom. I think that will look pretty Halloweeny. So you know, the bottom part will have the skulls and bones, the top part will have the bats. Halloween. Let's give it a go. So among that, this is 100% cotton that we're using from Joann Fabrics, R.I.P. Joann. And I thought, you know, how much spookier can we get with bones and bats and orange and black, you know? It's a whole thing. I think it works out just great. So let's move on to what we need for the other material. Alright, for our materials, we need our fabric, as I just showed you. We will need our ruler or rulers, however many rulers you want to use. Our pens to pen the fabric and to pen the pattern onto the fabric. Scissors, we need fabric scissors and regular scissors. I'm using a 22-inch zipper. I am only 5 foot. I don't really need a long zipper. I'm using black thread. I believe it's polyester. It's whatever was given to me. I'm using it up. Needles, sewing needles, the hand needles, and extra needles for the machine in case it breaks. Also need a scrap of paper. And I forgot to put tape on there in case you make any adjustments. You need some paper to tape on there, or make it correct. And then you need any marking tools. You got your chalk, you got your air pens or water pens or whatever. And last but not least, you need a cat or cats. Or if you don't have a cat, you can have your dog. Or if you don't have any animals, you can just think of one in your head, and it'll be there with you while you're sewing. Alright, moving on. Here I am placing the pattern pieces onto the fabric. The only one that needs two pieces mirroring each other is the back, because it will have a seam down the middle. And then open it up and put in the other two pieces. So I just wanted to get on here and let you know that Serena was right about going up 2 sizes. Let me show you my mock-up. Here is my mock-up. Here is what it looks like on. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, if I was yeah, that's not gonna work. Look at that. You see all that? I don't think that's working. So, and I am going to put a back zipper in. No side zippers. I'm not getting stuck in this thing. So I resized it up. Went up 2 sizes. I did not make another mock-up, though. I'm just hoping on a whim and a wish. So I already cut out, as you saw, the fabric, and we'll see how that goes. But I mean, super cute neckline though, right? If it fit. So I hope so the regular size that I usually cut for is 18 for, what is this, Simplicity, and so I'm hoping going up the 2 sizes will work. If not, then I would have to go up 3 sizes. This thing runs small. Wow. I got a lot going on up here, so we need to get those in the top. Alright, so yeah, let's go fold some darts in. Not darts, pleats. They said pleats on the paper. Alright, so let's go get the rest of this done. Let's go pleat some stuff. Here is where I'm working on the facing, and I get it wrong, and then I get it wrong multiple times after that, and then I finally get it right. Okay, we're on day 3, and I just realized my mock-up is wrong. How I have it folded anyways, and I was trying to figure that out on the regular. You gotta move. Yeah, peacock. Okay. On the I gotta show you. Let me just. Okay, so I have already cut this and snipped it because it was on here. Hold on, I have this upside down. Because I thought I had it right, and then it wasn't right or something. I don't know. But I'm going to pin it back on here, and I hope this is big enough. If not, I'm just going to ease it in, make it work. Because I really don't want to cut out another one. I don't have any more of this fabric, so we have to do what we have to do. And I need to get this finished because Friday is a-comin'. And I got so confused because this is not right. This is not right at all. This gets folded, and then we have like a whole another section to the shirt, which is the facing. But it's like not a regular, I don't know. It's a weird facing. Facing is also collar. Does that make sense? That's what it looks like, and that's why I got confused. And sewing this went well. Sewing this and doing the size up, it should be good for this, and I think that's where I'm having a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this back on and sew it up, and I'm going to come back. Okay. Brick. Okay, I think this is what we're going for. I don't know if I have it wrong. I don't know if it's right. It doesn't look right at all. Do I have it? Well, let's just move on to the back. Okay, moving on. Okay, so I figured out what's wrong with it. I have the facing upside down. So let's unpick this for the fifth time and put it on the correct way, because I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you. I'll be right back. It's amazing how everything fits when you have the facing the right way. So that's great. This is what it's supposed to look like. I had it upside down, so it's upside down in this one, my mock-up. Yeah, that's not right. Anyway, but this still wouldn't fit, so. We got it. So let's move on to, let's just finish getting this top together. I think we still have to do the back. I am doing a back zipper, so I don't know how I'm going to finish. Ooh, do I want the zipper to show? Do I want the zipper to show? Kind of. All right. Let's iron this and then yeah. I am sewing the back facing on right here, and it's a double layer with a pinched like the main fabric is in between the two facings. And then when I sew it, because I didn't pin it because it's on a curve, it's just easier to use my fingers to finagle the stitching on, if you get what I'm doing. Alright, I have traced the front part of the skirt, and now I'm going to show you the adjustments I made. Let me turn this around. Oh my god. Alright. Here we have shortened, because it said to lengthen or shorten. We shortened it about 4¼ inches, because I'm short. But it said it needed a 3-inch hem, which I may add 2 more inches because I want it to be a certain length. But I don't know. It'll be fine, like right below the knee, so I don't have to do a 3-inch hem. Now, for the waist, I have added 1.5 inches, because from my waist to my armpit is about, what did I say, 10 inches. So I need to add 1.5 inches, because this was about 8.5 inches when I measured it. Not here to there, but like from the shirt armpit to, you get what I'm saying. So hopefully this will adjust for everything, because I'm just gonna cut it out. I'm not even gonna make a mock-up, so this is just gonna have to work. Should I make a mock-up? No, I think it'll work. Let me cut this out. I'm just gonna cut this front piece out, and then I'm going to get it on the fabric and cut it out. You can see the changes that I made. I had to put an inch on each of the side seams from where it was, since I had to size up, and you can see where I opened up the waist because I have a long waist there. And even though I shortened it, I don't know, it works. Let's go ahead and pin this and cut it out and get it all marked up. I added the back bodice to the back skirt, and as you can see, this is where I'm going to put the zipper. I'm going to sew the top shoulder seams right here and the side seams before I sew the back together. Alright, I'm gonna get on here and tell you what's going on now, because we're almost done. Let's see. We have the front darts, attach the front bodice and back bodice. Okay, back bodice. Add the bias tape. Okay, so here's what we have left. We have to attach the zipper to the back. We also have to do the little pleat thing in the back, and we have to hem and then finish the neck facing, which will be done at the same kind of time. Oh, my flower. The zipper will be done. So it's turning out, ouch, it's turning out all right. I mean, it's cute, I like it, but I don't think it's the vision I had, or I was thinking of different colored fabrics, or like I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. But so far, we are doing very well with this. I wonder if I should top. I think it said to tack it down by hand. I guess I will. I see a couple little puckers here and there, but you can't really see them unless you're like staring at them. Sorry, there's a fly. Okay. So I have a list here. Turn the page. Okay, so yeah, all we have to do is zipper. These pleats aren't really that large, so I don't really feel the need to cut them unless I don't know. It says to, but I don't really feel like it, and I don't think there'll be a difference. I also put it on, and it seems to fit, but we won't actually know until we put the zipper in it. So, let's do that. I'm trying to think, should I put the zipper should I put the zipper in and then do the, yeah, I should put the zipper in first and then do the pleating. If it's gonna be a 5/8 inch hem, should I just, and I sized up, should I just go ahead and do the 5/8 inch hem, or should I do a 1/2 inch and that'll get me a little bit extra room? I could always, okay, I'm tired. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 5/8 with the zipper, and with the neck piece, I'm gonna do hook and eye, and I'm gonna start the zipper right under the neck piece. Alright, let's do this. Right. Okay, you see, oh, Alright, instead of putting the zipper in first, I ended up sewing the back and putting the pleat in. So here's the pleat. I just have to open it up and you know, flatten it. I will do that. But now I think I should be able to put in the zipper without any trouble, and then flatten the doodah, and then hem, and then I think we're done. So I'm going to go put in this zipper. Alright. Well, here we are at the end. We have finished the dress. It gave us a little hassle, but we got it done. I did the hemming off screen, and paired it with some gloves, white gloves, my pearls, but not my necklace because this was the main show right here. I did put my pearls in, and then I made a bow quickly just to go with it. I couldn't find my white heels. I think they're put away somewhere, but I would have put those on too, and I would have looked complete. So this was once I got past the hard part of the pattern, it was smooth sailing, but it gave me a run for my money. But I do enjoy how it feels. Like, it fits really nice. I'm glad I put the zipper in the back. I did make it showing, because why not? I forgot to cut it on the inside, but I don't think it really matters. Nobody's looking on the inside except me, and I'll forget about it anyways. What do you think? Will you make one? Will you try to make one? Something similar? I think it's a great, if you want a challenge, this would be the one. That is, if you want a challenge. This would be the one. It challenged me, but I love it, and I'm glad I did it. I wasn't really too sure on the fabric choices, but it's Halloween, and it kind of goes. I'm glad I did the bias tape, like, you know, black. It is, let me back up here so you can see. Ooh, backing up. So I did do the 3-inch hem like it says, and I did shorten it, but it still feels long. Is it supposed to go to my calf? I think so. It just feels really long on me. I like it. I think that's about, I'm really far away now. Let me come closer. I think that concludes our sewing extravaganza for today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what kind of Halloween project you are working on right now, because no, it is Halloween time. I have spoken. It is, wow, that's a big spider. I guess that's it. Bye.